Don't panic if you haven't gotten your Christmas gifts yet. If some of your stuff has not gotten there yet, you still got a little bit of time.
You should definitely be panicking. It's the 23rd. You have 2 days. All your stuff should be here by now.
I'm trying to get people to calm down because not all of my stuff has come. So
that's a you problem, sir. You should have planned. You had all year to think about this.
Oh man, my family still loves me. Yeah. So okay, 2 days before Christmas, a lot to get to. One of the things we want to get to this morning, Sheriff Garry McFadden. He is here live. Virtually. Sheriff McFadden, thank you. I guess I got to start with this. I started with Christmas gifts. Did you get everything yet, Sheriff McFadden?
I'm hoping I do. I'm looking for some ostrich cowboy boots. That's what I'm looking for.
Ostrich cowboy. Where do you get those?
Yeah, it's Tracovas. If anybody wants to go on South Boulevard and buy me a pair, I will gladly accept them. That would probably be my fourth pair, but I need some ostrich.
Okay.
Ostrich.
All right, we're making note. We're going to do some Googles. We'll hook you up.
Please do.
Last time you were here, and it's made headlines since you left, you talked about the likely return of Border Patrol. And that has spawned off, again, headlines. Some people are concerned. A lot of people have questions. I'm sure you have questions as well about that return. What can you tell us? What are you hearing from community members, and do you have any updates?
Well, community members are very upset. They are still reeling from the last time that they were here. And we have no more answers from Border Patrol than we had last time. So what we're asking for is communication, collaboration, and cooperation. I'm going to always say those three things. But if you follow this as closely as I have been following it for the last 7 years, DHS always have an operation during the month of January. And we don't know why, but most of the time, most of the sheriffs nationally will be in Washington, D.C. for their annual conventions. So when we are away from our cities and counties, this is when Border Patrol, DHS actually has a campaign or initiative in our cities. So this is why I expected it. They have just landed in Chicago a couple of days ago. So this could be a round-robin effect.
I do want to ask about crime. We talked to Charlotte City Council member Dante Anderson. She's on a committee. There's been a conversation here in Charlotte. There are people that are concerned, and there have been conservatives, Republicans that have come out and spoken out about policies. Charlotte not doing enough when it comes to crime. From your vantage point, and also we have, I do want to point out, we have another homicide this morning in Charlotte. From your vantage point, how do you perceive what's happening in not only Charlotte and Mecklenburg County when it comes to crime?
Well, we are a growing city, and when you grow as fast as we grow, you're going to have a uptick in crime. I can tell you law enforcement is concerned about crime. We are concerned. CMPD concerned. All the townships are concerned about crime. But we don't see it as some people make it to be. Yes, there is homicide. Yes, there is crime. But what you have to also understand is we are changing our neighborhoods. People are moving in different neighborhoods that are now experiencing the same crime that some of our neighbors have experienced all along. If you think about Bitterville, historically, Bitterville has been an African-American neighborhood, black neighborhood around Johnson C. Smith, where I went and loved my institution. But when I was at school there, the neighborhood was 99% African-American. That neighborhood has now changed, and so now these residents are experiencing things that they were not accustomed to by moving in these neighborhoods, which are the same neighborhoods that had these already problems. And so, yes, we're going to have crime. It's always going to be crime. It's always going to be a topic. But now it is affecting people who are moving into these neighborhoods that are not accustomed to these crimes, and surely they are blowing the whistle.
What do you do? What does 2026 look like? Is that top priority on your agenda?
It is top priority, but what the community always like to understand, it also takes them. It also takes them to work with law enforcement, not just coming to an annual meeting or Q&A where the officer standing in front of, homeowner association and get this barrage with questions. Why? We need to come together to work together for you to be our eyes and ears and let's effectively combat crime. Law enforcement cannot do it alone. And we're going to continue to say that because we do need the help. Most of the time, things go unreported because they don't want to get involved, or I don't want to snitch, or I don't want anybody to come at me if I say anything. Well, if you still allow that, the crime will go up in your neighborhood.
And CMPD also is in on that, reducing crime, working with Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. Can you talk about the working relationship? CMPD, obviously, new police chief, Estella Patterson. What is that working relationship with CMPD, and what is your relationship with Chief Patterson?
Well, my relationship with CMPD, if you don't know it, that's where I birthed my law enforcement career. Since I became sheriff, we have had a great relationship. Chief Jennings left the business, as we say, in great standing. We had multiple phone calls, worked together tremendously well. We were partners in homicide together many years ago. So we had that great relationship. I'm going to try to make sure I say this correct. Chief Patterson, because I may call her by her first name, because we have a great relationship also. Before she went to Raleigh and she worked with CMPD, great relationship. When she went to Raleigh, we still kept in touch. Innovative. We talked about things she's done in Raleigh. And here's what I can tell you. Her very first day on the job, she called me, not to say, hey, Sheriff, how you doing, anything. She gave me a challenge with her that we did an initiative together without me even knowing it. She said, I need your people to help me with this crime downtown in Center City. And we worked together from day one. Her first day on the job, we welcome her back, and I actually said, welcome home. And so our relationship is going to be tremendous. It's going to be great. This is where she began her law enforcement career. She's going to do an outstanding job. But we have to understand, again, when you are the first African-American female, the first female chief, it comes with challenges because the community placed expectations on us without even telling us what those expectations are. And most people say, well, you should know. Well, we don't know. Have that conversation, give us time, work together. But our relationship with CMPD was just a hand toss away. Jennings gave it to her, she gave it to me, and we're going to work tremendously together again.
Before I let you go, Chief, I do want to ask, speaking, we talked about holidays as we were getting into this interview. There are a lot of people that are going to be traveling. There are a lot of people that are either going to be at home for the holidays, going to have a lot of folks over. What should folks, or even shopping, going out and about throughout the area? So many ways people celebrate the holidays, bring in the holidays. What should people keep in mind?
Be mindful, check your surroundings, make sure. Now, I know this sounds crazy. If you have weapons in your home, make sure that they are secured inside your home. Be careful of what you are drinking or intaking. That means, alcohol consumption. Be careful about driving while impaired. But most of all, just be safe around your home, around where you shop. We're going to be walking out of the store with packages and put them in the car and leave the car. And just be mindful of that. Be mindful of when you're reaching in the car and who's standing behind you. And just don't be in the middle of your trunk looking for something and not aware around you. And be careful who's in your home. Those are the things that we can ask you to do. But you have to just be mindful of your surroundings. Be careful of what you say. Be careful of how you purchase things, pulling out your wallet, showing your money. And just be careful. And so we want you to have a safe and happy holiday, but make sure that you understand your surroundings. And criminals look for these times to take advantage of you.
Well, Sheriff, I hope you have a safe and a happy holidays as well. And you said ostrich cowboy boots. Okay.
Ostrich cowboy boots. We can go with caiman, lizard, anything exotic. We'll take them. Cowboy boots.
I got it noted. Sheriff, thank you for your time. Have happy holidays and have a safe holidays.
Thank you so much.